Hello guys, Luna here, welcome back to another PUBG video for Xbox and PlayStation 4. A new update for the game just released, bringing in new content and improvements. I'm going over all of the patch notes. If the video is useful then, a like is very much appreciated. We'll start with the addition of some new content. Added into the game, the Snowbike, which is added to Vikendi. It's exclusive for Vikendi, and it replaces the motorbike on the map. What the Snowbike lacks in durability, it makes up for in high speed and great maneuverability. So it should make getting around on that map a bit more easy with the Snowbike. Added the Zima. The Zima replaces the UAZ on Vikendi. It won't have perfect control on the snowy plains, however the 4x4 is much easier to maneuver compared to other vehicles. And while the Zima is relatively slow, it has high durability, making it ideal for combat situations. Added into the game, the flare gun. The flare gun can be rarely found on the map, with an average spawn rate of 3 flare guns per game, and that's for everyone. And when you fire the flare gun inside of the current safe zone, you'll call in a special care package with valuable gear, or if you're outside of the safe zone, you will spawn in an armoured UAZ. Flare guns used in the early phase of the game often gave a great advantage with little risk, therefore the flare guns only deliver a care package when used after the first blue zone phase. In total, 2 special care packages and 2 armoured UAZs can be called in per game, and that's all. Care package content will include 1 set of items regardless of the mode you're playing, so solo, duo and squad. So they can be useful if you find them, but they are incredibly rare to find. Next then guys, gameplay improvements. Improve the reflective effects on lens of scopes. Vehicle tires will now be destroyed immediately when a vehicle explodes. Modified conditions to prone to prevent going prone on very rugged terrain. So while prone and moving into position where the character shouldn't be able to be prone, the character will automatically change to crouched position. Next up then, some changes to performance. Optimize character animations to improve performance. So they completed anim node LOD optimization, which they mentioned previously. When a character is very far away and takes up a small portion of the whole screen to the point where animations wouldn't be visually noticeable, the animations are disabled, improving game performance. The more character models in the area which can have this disabled, the higher the performance compared to having them enabled. Improved FPS by optimizing the in-game tree and foliage rendering process. They improved the way similar tree shapes and foliage render by further optimizing the GPU instance culling. Trees with similar shapes are rendered using instancing and draw multiple trees at the cost of drawing a single tree. This heavily reduces the GPU load. With GPU instance culling, only the objects that must be drawn on the screen are rendered, which dramatically decreases the GPU processing time and improves overall FPS. In addition to those 2 changes, they've improved the game loading speed by optimizing the character loading process, optimized the game server to improve performance, optimized the hit criteria for Molotovs when calculating characters' damage, and finally optimized certain elements of the HUD user interface, which were causing decreased performance. That just leaves us then guys with a bunch of bug fixes. Fixed grammatical errors of certain text with custom match user interface, and they've done some improvements to custom matches in general. The results screen of matches has been separated from the session, and when a custom match finishes, players will now be able to review the results screen for 10 minutes. The next custom match can be launched 1 minute after exiting the previous match. And they've still got a long way to go with custom matches and how they work, but they are continuing to improve that over time. Fixed issues where the S686 could sometimes be fired 3 times in a row due to a player had poor network connectivity. Fixed the loading screen image occasionally remaining in the lobby. Fixed a character travelling certain distances with falling motion after landing. There was a bug with abnormal character animation being shown when grabbing a flare gun, where swimming animations incorrectly displayed under certain circumstances. There was an issue of interaction highlight and button being shown for destroyed motorbikes and scooters, and that's been fixed. Fixed issues with throwables becoming invisible, of reticle brightness being reset, with rain effects being shown indoors, of dead bodies making footstep sounds. There was an issue that could cause the remaining number of rounds in a magazine to be displayed incorrectly. Fixed an issue where you could sometimes see a flickering after image when coming out of ads. Fixed issues of animations being displayed backwards, of characters and its shadows not displaying properly. Issues preventing switching helmets, vests and weapons when the inventory was full. Issues where smoke grenades fuse start to go off when touching the ground instead of when the pin is pulled. Fixed issues with not being able to switch weapons. An issue with weapon skins being named the same. Problems with Molotov flame sounds. issues of care packages being stuck in abnormal positions, an issue with characters attacking with fists instead of throwing throwables, issues with shadows on Vikendi, and an issue that could cause grenades to deal damage through walls of certain buildings. So the update is out right now, guys, implementing all of the mentioned changes, including new content, performance improvements, and a bunch of bug fixes. Let me know in the comments if the improvements to the game have made any noticeable difference, especially to those performance changes, as that's always the major issue within the game. I'll be back soon with more updates to PUBG as we get them, along with Apex Legends, Firestorm, and more. If you want to keep up to date, subscribe with notifications on. Guys, enjoy the rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out.